going down. We're jumping into the drafting phase of possibly the last game of this match. Game number 3, Selangor Giants against Team Spirit. Well, Team Spirit, they will still be in the first pick. Selangor Giants in the second pick. Gentlemen, no changes in the band so far. How do you feel about this, Trex?
I mean, we're going to have to see a switch up somewhere. And I actually have a question for you. Do we think that last game there was an issue with the draft for Team Spirit, or do we think that it was strictly gameplay reasonings? Could they come into this draft with essentially the same ideas and then just execute differently?
I think they could be coming through the same ideas and executing differently, only because they're doing the exact same thing in the draft, right? Same exact bands, same exact side. I don't see them going over the red side at this point. Now that they're in their potential final game, they're locking in that Hilda and running with it.
Yeah, I like the way it's going so far. I don't think the draft was the issue. I just think it was a little bit of the macro and micro in the early phase. And if they can tighten that up, like we've seen toward the later swing of that game number 2, I think Team Spirit has a good chance. But this should be the Katat response from the side of SRG.
My big thing for Team Spirit is I want to see Sunset Lover on something a little bit quicker, a little bit more aggressive, somewhere that if Hiko can't pull off, or if they put Hiko on something super late, at least Sunset can maybe get a mid-game spike.
A mid-game spike? I mean, I was leaning into that Joy, but they're the ones who batted out, right?
But what about like maybe Faramis, maybe, or even the Valentina form, something that we've seen him perform very well on and can help the team?
I think it's a good shout, but at the same time, it comes at a cost, right? Because it's Suyo and this time, Jawhead, not Gatot. So it's not about just about lane pressure. It's clearly, we're going to keep hitting you in the early game.
Something that I do have to say, honestly, looking at game number 2, just to answer y'all question, I really feel like it's SRG outplaying it. Like, I legitimately feel about that, because I think the draft is honestly good, but they found windows of where they can catch the mistakes. But now Team Spirit 3, I would say S tier picture, the Hayabusa, the 1-1, the Hilda. We were talking about their second pick not really bringing an impact, but this time the impact is there.
Yeah, I like the 1-1 pick this time instead of the Aurora. Personally, I think Hiko's been getting strangled in the gold lane lately, and prioritizing him is big for Team Spirit. They want the boy to prosper. Let him prosper.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the mid and as well as support pick as the counter follow-up probably is a little more important here, considering that at least SRG is playing for early game. I think they're deciding whether or not to, you know, pose a different question in the lanes or get the direct counter pick. And it looks like they pose a completely different question with the Farsa.
Now, in the previous game, we were talking about it. It might be dangerous because you're going up against a Hayabusa as well as a Hilda, but Stormy's my boy. Stormy's my boy. I believe that he can do it, and we know that his Farsa is to answer the 1-1.
Yeah, we still got to see the KY special, right? The Cram Yung special. We see the Jawhead in effect, possibly the Gatot sneak up in here. That's what we've seen in the previous game up against the Hilda, and I feel like it performed A-OK. When it comes to Team Spirit, there's a lot of mobility to kind of work in their aspect, right? You have the Hayabusa, you have the 1-1, and you have this Hilda as well, which means they can match the KY special. They can match that momentum. But I don't think they just need to match it. They have to outdo them.
I mean, a lot of outdoing, to be fair. Because if we're talking about early game, yes, it's SRG favorite, but Farsa has a lot of bursts even prior to level 4, right? Her passive gives us that really big boost of damage that most squishy targets can't deal with it. And as we are looking into the ban phase, the fact that they're getting rid of the Valentina does indicate that they are worried about what potentially Sunset Lover could be looking for. But even from TS, banning out the Harith, okay, sure, but let's see if they're also going to get the Irithel alongside it.
Something that I'm looking at here is that whatever Cram picks up, it has to be very tanky, because Selangor Giants, they're lacking in that. So I don't know about you folks, but I'm thinking about the glue.
Glue's not a bad choice. I think the Hylos is maybe a no-go. The 1-1 does very well with it. At least the Glue's a little more mobile. You get a couple more options from it. Should definitely see the Irithel ban here. I think it's super important. But if they pick the Glue, what are you thinking?
I think the Glue has to be a final pick. If they show Glue first, it's instant farmers from the side of TS.
I agree.
Or even a Vexana, right? Either or works kind of the same.
But they're running out of options, and they got to pick one. So I would definitely say wait for the Glue into the second part. Just wait and see what SRG does to respond. Now, We have the Jawhead. How do we feel about that so far? It's been so good on the pickup.
Love it.
Yeah, I think it's great. It works well in this. This is, I mean, as long as Team Spirit's letting them have it, SRG will continue to pick it. It works so good with their early game strategy. There goes the Moskov ban instead. TS. I mean, at this point, yeah, you fit perfectly for a last pick EXP because you just pick up the Aerithel now, and then you wait to see what you want to put in your EXP lane.
Or you can just do it the other way around. Either way, I think this should... Is there any concern for picking up Aerithel, right? Does that mean that TS now skew their entire composition to always be attacking the gold lane? Because Aerithel has only 1 or 2 battle spells. It's either Purify or most ideally Sprint. Because that's a large part of her damage kit. Oh, they go straight for the Gatot.
Still hiding Innocence Hero, but yeah, I mean, maybe they just don't want to take that risk. So far, Gatot has been doing good. Just stick with it. Team Spirit, how did they finish this out?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question right there. How are they going to wrap this up? You already have the Hilda. It's going to most likely be in the XP lane for Kid Bomba, so that raises the question, what is Sabo going to do from here, right? Is he going to go for the setup potential? He needs to find a way to deny the explosive KY combination from SRG. They find ways to disrupt and get to the backline each and every time, and they need that Hiko train to get online as soon as possible, and there you have it. There goes the pickup. It will be the Hylos.
I like the Hylos. What do they put for Mage right here?
Even when all is forlorn.
Pick up back, so you get some crowd control, you get some stiff arm, you get some ability to still work around. Everything's still pretty simple for Team Spirit, pretty straightforward overall.
Oh yeah, they're definitely looking for those big clapbacks. If they find a little pockets to send in one shot to maybe try and protect him, at least they have lanes that could force out priority, which is good. It's good to see that there is, you know, a tighter draft coming in from Team Spirit, but at the same time, SRG, now you're going to have to show your marksman pick, and based on what you're seeing, the Hylos alone makes it a little difficult to play the Aerithel unless you are committing fully to the sprint in the first place. Again, a lot of her damage does come from her passive.
I've been waiting for
And
too
that makes
long.
you wonder the final pick. I was going to say carry, and there it goes. SRG. How are we feeling about it?
I feel like they're taking a page out of the book for Vamos, or this could just be a Malaysian special now. And now, the crowd, Axiat Arena, either for Team Spirit or Selangor Red Giants, give it up. This might be the last game as we throw it over to the casters.
Selangor Red Giants are about 1 game away from knocking Team Spirit out. But remember, the last time these athletes from ECA were in a situation like this, they went all the way against their opponents in See You Soon from M5. It's Mirko, Naisu, and Leo at your service, bringing you game number 3 in this best of 5. Can Spirit bounce back?
You're right. It was a reverse sweep up against See You Soon. SRG, though, they got the home crowd advantage.
They got the home crowd advantage. They got double revitalize again. We'll see if they have a better luck this time around.
Ladies and gentlemen, game number 3, match point for the Immortal Giants. 1 more game to forge their way forward through the Golden Road.
You know, the Golden Road at this point is looking a lot closer, I would say, for the home team, SRG. Team Spirit, the victory from game 2 was close to them, but then they overstepped. And I'm hoping that they have a better early game this time around as they transition through this early to mid game, because that's really where a lot of things just kind of scaled out of control for SRG.
I guess we got our questions answered as well in the draft, right? We were talking about the 1-1 pick. Was it too early? Could we see a possible Aerithel to counter it? And no, we did it. Not even Pan actually here, one shot. Dealing a bit of damage to Skies. Going back in with a quad shadow this time, gaining a bit more confidence.
Very similar matchup from game number 2 as Sekai is playing the ever-cautious utility Suyo over one-shots Hayabusa, Sunset Lover, blasting Stormy from that river brush. One shot, look at this. Gutsy moves, crossing the river, taking that smoke out. Ejector by Yoon.
No, that's a punish for sure, Skies. Soul Sever, first blood. Deja vu to game 1 and 2. Cram just reading into the moves from Team Spirit.
Humes will continue to do this, man. I mean, this is now the 3rd time that he's had the Jawhead, and he makes it look so easy because, in essence, all he has to do is he catches someone off guard, throws him into a turret, and that's almost an automatic kill at that point.
We're a few World Championships removed from the days of the TikTok plays on the Jawhead, and Humes has just been playing it clean. How does Team Spirit not allow that from happening once more? Kid Bomba jumps in.
Walking up to Cram. does the same thing with the entire team. Everybody's just walking up here, but One Shot is going to be down on level. Sky's about to hit level 5, and One Shot has just hit level 4.
The stalwart vanguards from Team Spirit not allowing what happened in the past couple of games to dictate the pace here. Game number 3. I'm glad to see them still cross the river. Innocent in trouble.
Feather airstrike coming down. Oh, Ego doesn't have the angle to go for the weakness point. Flicker forward. And the last few shots from Innocent. He needs to go for it. Innocent flickers forward. Gets the kill up top. It's a trade. Bomba takes down Cram.
What a play. They will go ahead and trade it out, but that's also going to be an objective now for Team Spirit to go ahead and secure this in. But what a play. One Shot gets that turtle. Sakai's, meanwhile, will go ahead and take some extra minions here from the jungle. So I was might give this a go. Retribution.
Sakai's keeping them away. That's one way to use your battle spell. So far, so good. Selangor Giants keeping up the pace despite giving up that first turtle. Able to get wins across the map. Team Spirit, though, look at this. Pushing Sakai's in.
Shadow kill. Kid Bomba with the power of wilderness as well. Sky's taken down. One Shot picking up that kill.
This time, Team Spirit has adjusted properly. I mean, able to go ahead and pick up kills where they can. This is a better start than they have had in the previous 2 games. So if they can go ahead and bring the momentum in their favor, and even if that's One Shot, then he might be able to go ahead and start things up to a better mid-game for Team Spirit.
Armchair analyst incoming. I do believe this is how Team Spirit should play this game.
Yeah.
Straight up Davai Gaming. Throw yourselves at Selangor Giants. Throw yourselves at Innocent before he hits his mid-game power spike. This carry, sure, in the 10, 11-minute mark will start hurting Sawa, but right now, you have the major advantage. Hiko can actually just take to the skies.
And that's why they should throw themselves into SRG, because of they have, these tankier heroes. But not only that, essentially they will have 6 bodies in these team fights too when the Eternal Guard is dropped down. But then you got to double Revitalize to help up on extending the fights, if you will.
And I think right now, honestly though, Spirit, as much as I would want to agree, you want to just throw yourself at SRG, I think playing for the mid-game is fine too, as long as they are able to control the neutral objectives like they did for the first turtle, and as long as Hiko farms up to that mid-game power spike, it should still be very, very good for them. It's just SRG have a lot more oomph to their ambushes.
And this is the push and pull, these internal voices that's going on through Team Spirit's mics right now. Comms, how to recover, and look at this, the interception, the ejection!
Oh, unstoppable force too. AOG coming from the back as well. Sawo able to go for the stun. Punch Shadow with the Shadow kill. Over. Stormy very low. It's an assassination over the Skies. 1 for 1. Bomba for Skies.
A trade that Team Spirit, I'd say, is happy to take, especially the fact that it goes to One Shot, and now they can go ahead and scale in further by taking this turtle. One Shot will do exactly that. I don't think there's going to be an answer from SRG for this one.
I'll take that trade. Twice on weekends. Kid Bomba for Sakai's. Sakai's for Kid Bomba over and over again. EEC now scores their 2nd turtle in Game 3. Is it just me, or does Team Spirit just need time to warm up, get themselves accustomed to Axiata Arena? Hiko in Innocent's face.
Baiting out the flicker. Doesn't use the Inspire. Good trade from Hiko.
Yeah, already getting that trade. You can see some of the focus here too. If they decide to go and follow through, knowing that now we have the information, Innocent doesn't have a flicker, that would be great for Hiko and just the overall game plan of Team Spirit. If they can get Hiko online faster on the 1-1, because we know how decisive a good crossbow tank can be for Hiko.
Team Spirit, their jungler, One Shot, a veteran of the M series. For those of you who don't know, this is not his first rodeo. Playing his best game right now in the series, 2-0 currently. I'd say close to where Sakai's is, maybe just down about 150 gold. And that's what's keeping Team Spirit in this game. The fact that One Shot is actually playing MLBB.
Yeah, the last game, man, he didn't get to play much.
The last 2.
The last 2, if you will, didn't get to play much. But this time around, just overall, the fact that he gets early kills is enough. But here's a concealed play again. The crash down to Kid Bomba.
Ejector 2. Stormy with the Feather airstrike. Kid Bomba is down. Soul Sever from Skies. No trade on the board from Team Spirit. In the bottom lane, it's just Hiko farming as usual on Spirit. We're just going to occupy this bush.
Conservation of resources. Kid Bomba understood the assignment. He knew that he was going to die. Runs into the bush, keeps his Revitalize, respawning in just a few seconds here. And Team Spirit keeping themselves scarce. They held that river brush, now moving through the Y, looking to defend against Sakai's up top, keeping all of their turrets safe. They're going to need it for the mid-game power spike.
The big items also being locked in here. Hiko now picking up that DHS. He already had the Corrosive Scythe. So rushing the Trinity at this point That's what I meant by, you know, Team Spirit really wants to go online quick here, and now they might force a fight here. Oh, there's Pathway.
Ejector coming out, Innocent able to go for the damage as well. Whoa, AOG locking him down.
There it is now, still going out. Sawo in trouble, getting focused down.
Double for Cram. Hiko got all the weakness points, but it's only on to Cram. He knew that if he popped it, it would be no use.
Team Spirit scrambled. Last turtle scored by SRG. Now up, ballooning fourth. About 1,500 gold. 7.5 minutes in, what went wrong?
The lead for Spirit from the first minute to the 6th, it was almost an illusion. The lead was held by SRG despite the kills going to Team Spirit, despite the neutral objectives going to Spirit.
Yeah, part of that too. I mean, looking at the itemization alone, this is the pressure they want to play with. They're going to focus down this tier 1. Not sure if they're able to get it. Kid Bomba though, going to jump in. Glorious Pathway already used too, but they just disengage. There's a toss-up.
Ejector, Innocent, shredding him down. Yums picks up the kill. Eternal Guard whipping. That's all of the weakness points, but Yums flickers out perfectly out of the way of the crossbow attack.
Heartbreak in the bottom lane as Team Spirit are clearly outranged. AOG by Cram.
And Yums, though he is low, he wants to go in, concealing in the back. Feather airstrike over to Sawo. That's the horse down. Innocent takes the kill. 8-3, 3,000 gold lead. Unstoppable force. Now the quad channel back and forth. Yums very low, still able to escape again. Revitalized from Cram. Come here, buddy. I got some healing.
How does SRG just keep getting away? How does Yums keep getting away with this and not going down?
Immaculate tower juggling. Selangor Red Giants pushing the mechanics of the game to their utmost limit. 4,000 gold ahead now. 8-40 in. Innocent going 1v3.
Though he can't do much more here. Innocent able to escape. Oh my goodness. Stormy helps him. Cram comes in, but it was Innocent. All Innocent.
You can always rely on Stormy, and the connection between him and Innocent has been on point all throughout M6.
The Mage Prodigy guilty of accessory to murder.
One by one, they're all falling like flies. SRG are picking them off.
Oh, it looks like they're going to actually focus down on this tier 2 now. It just seems like they just went full force in the last minute or two.
My goodness, flickered from Stormy. Almost catching Hiko in the fadeaway there. Innocent claiming the turret as Stormy zoned him away. Oh man.
Over and over again, every single game in this series, SRG seem to find a way to get Innocent to bait something out from Team Spirit. How is the Vanguards of ECA not learning from this?
I don't know, man.
Every single time!
Every single time it happens. It looks like they actually want to go ahead and try to brute force themselves into this fight, but it's going to be taken. Glorious Pathway to drop down.
Indecisive, punish for it. One shot on the back, going in with a shadow kill as well, but it's only on to Innocent, who's able to flick around. Innocent guiding away, one shot on the back. Stormy survives again, AOT.
Hiko going back under the turret, and one shot's already taken out of the picture. Does SRG want more? They load in.
Oh, that's a crossbow attack over the sky. Sunset Lover picks up the kill, so at least it's a trade. But somehow, some way, divine intervention has its way. Innocent and Stormy are just untouchable.
They're untouchable. And it seems like, again, it's just they want to fight. Team Spirit wants to take these fights, but it just doesn't. It seems like they haven't learned.
Selangor Red Giants, every single athlete feel it in their fingertips. They're approaching the point of no return. Lord marching down bottom. Stormy with a pre-fire feathered airstrike, clearing that wave. Second tier turret in mid taken down. These Holy Shields are up next.
Holy Shield's already going down here. They're going to work on this Lord. Should be able to clear it out just fine. We saw even a bigger lead from SRG previously, and they still took the discipline route.
Oh, good Terrorite. Down, shutdown, picked up by one shot. Innocent. Okay, so they get the kill back.
That is but one of the few ways Team Spirit can actually reach SRG. Without Sawo's glorious pathway, they are 9 out of 10 times outranged by Selangor Red Giants.
By Stormy.
By Stormy.
By Stormy alone.
The artillery is a whole lot to deal with. Look at the player head-to-head here right now, especially for Innocent. But again, Hiko, throughout the series, this has been the story. This has been the trend for him, where you got to see him catch back up. The boy's got to get the items and the gold that he needs here to match against Innocent.
Struggling to have Hiko Mania take off. Team Spirit seem to be lost here in this best of 5. but one game away. You can hear Axiata Arena, all of the Ultras shashing their way towards the point of no return. A minute until the Lord spawns, upper quarter of the map. Sekai's keeping himself scarce. A big item pickup. Innocent grabs his Wind of Nature.
That's a massive power spike, and not the normal kind, you know, not damage, but for SRG, the main source of damage that they have to deal with is physical. It's just Sunset Lover who can now maybe look to deal damage onto Innocent, but by that time, Innocent should already probably have enough damage to tread through the front line.
And once more, another bait play setting up here. Cram leading to where Sekai's is.
Squeezing him, providing so much vision too. And right now, SRG doesn't really have to do anything until this Lord comes up. It's just playing around the macro, the vision that they can provide themselves, spotting out Team Spirit on where they are and how to set things up, because again, Team Spirit is going to go ahead and throw themselves in this team fight. I don't think we see them give this Lord up as they go ahead and make their way still up there. Now Lord spawning in.
That is just the ebb and flow of battle. As long as Team Spirit don't score anything on the map, Selangor Giants stay ahead. Cram pulling them in. Pixel brush past, River brush as well. In comes Stormy.
Man, half HP. Oh, one shot goes into the back. Nah, doesn't even matter. Stormy wings by wings out. There is no threat. Stormy can stand and feathered airstrike against a Hayabusa, no problem.
He's going to be fine, and now, knowing that some of those resources down, this is just that green light once again for SRG to secure the Lord, and that they do. They'll go for a reset, get locked and loaded and ready to now march into the base of Team Spirit, who doesn't have those shields left up.
Infinite sheeshes, confirming that we are not in deja vu, not a loop, not a repeated performance of game 1, 2, and 3, because right now, Cram is feeling it. Sheeshin throughout Axiata Arena. Look at this almost unkillable Gatot Kacha. Got physical defense, got magic defense.
That's all you need.
He's got Revitalize.
Even Higo's gonna think twice about it.
We already saw him think twice about it. A couple of times, all weakness points on him. And the thing is, Cram can walk up. It doesn't even matter if you get the crossbow attack, he could just AOG.
How do your boys reckon? He picked up the Malefic gun, so maybe that should help him close the gap. Help him take off a little sooner.
He's going to close the gap with that, but at the same time, it's just dealing with this concealed play already going to be used. They're going to force in, setting up in the mid lane, Glorious Pathway to cut off the wave, but that top turret's already gone.
A slow and steady approach by Selangor Red Giants. They've got a massive 6,500 gold lead, putting Bomba at about half health. This is the same spot Bomba found himself in game number 2. A Hilda with no bushes.
Innocent sieging down the mid lane. Ejector! Bomba gonna be isolated from the team now. One shot jumps into the back, but it's only on the skies. Revitalize from Cram. It's enough damage. No, Winter Crown! Cram gets away. The curse blast missed time. Airstrike from Stormy!
Stormy finds the mark with the feathered airstrike. And now 2 down for Team Spirit as SRG makes their way in the bottom lane.
What have they done to my boy? Hiko can't take off. It's a no-fly zone, says SRG.
20 seconds under that timer. Oh, Skies! Diving in!
Sekai's jumps in, keeps one shot at bay, he jumps back.
That's a double for Skies. That's another for Innocent. If not now, when?
If not them, who?
That's who. You can hear the crowd here. The Giants will sweep the Dragons of the North.
They stand their ground strong and push